And we are live. What is up? Welcome to episode 85 of Player Life. It is Monday, 22nd of March, here in Tokyo, Japan. Um, I hope you all are well. I missed Friday's stream because I was out and about. I was out and about. I was actually a DJ friend of mine in Tokyo invited me to a party. There are a lot of hotties there, so sometimes it happens. Sometimes I'll miss a live show, but it's forgivable. It is forgivable. Spark 55 in the house. What up, man? Hope you are well. Hope you are good, because I am good. I am feeling good. Had a good day here in Tokyo. Had a very good day. Yeah, good weekend. Good weekend. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, all is good here in Tokyo. Weather's getting nice. Cherry blossom season. That's when the sakura trees, the cherry blossom trees start to bloom up. There's a nice vibe in Japan around springtime. It is a good time indeed. Javier, what is up? What is good? Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're having a good Monday. Gabriel Lee, same to you, man. Greetings, greetings. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you had a good Monday. I had a great Monday, actually. It was a good time. It was a real good time. So let me just show you something. Let me get it up here. Yeah, so recently been doing well, for the past while I've been going to the, like, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays I do a calisthenics workout with a friend of mine, and we just go to the park, because the weather's getting nice. Personally, I'm the type of person that, if the weather's nice, I want to be outdoors. I want to be outdoors. I don't want to be stuck in a gym. But I'm not ragging on people that go to the gym. It's just a part. It's, of course, either way is good, but like, getting exercise is good. But personally, if I had the option, I want to exercise outdoors in a park. Calisthenics. For me personally, I like it. It suits me as well. Was I actually think, for my body type, I'm like an ectomorph, so it means it's really hard for me to put on muscle, but it's good because I can eat anything I want. But the downside is yeah, it's hard to put on muscle, but I can get. It's easy. The lucky thing, it's easy for me to get defined, but I think, like, if I put on a lot of muscle, I just don't think it would suit my frame. I just want to have like an athletic look, like a really defined athletic look. Definitely not skinny, but skinny's an insult. I don't want to be skinny. But yeah, it depends on your body type. I think the athletic look suits me because I'm tall, but it's also to do with your proportions. But yeah, my point being, calisthenics is great for the body type I want to achieve. Um, push-ups, pull-ups, burpees, whatever, everything to cardio, skipping. It just gets the body type I really want. Javier says, got a home gym set last week, and I'm working on my money, muscles, and game. Good to hear, man. That's absolutely perfect. Good to hear. Money, muscles, and game. The pretty much the keys to happiness in life, in my opinion. Like, if you have all three of these, like, this is MLD's thing, like money, muscle, and game, but it's so goddamn true. Like, if your financial situation is set, muscles, aka muscles, health. Muscles means doesn't just mean muscles; it means health and fitness. And game is like your, game to do with women. If you have like sex on tap, man, like, it's just it's the antidote to having a boring life. If you have all three of these, you're not really gonna have depression, in my opinion. How was it? Richard Cooper says you never see someone crying in a Lamborghini. Oh God, it's so true though. Like, I mean, personally, I don't think money money is definitely not the most important thing. It's definitely, without a doubt, like muscle. Let's just say muscles is health and fitness and muscles. There's not obviously like health and fitness and is the number one thing in life. You have to have that at all times, regardless. Um, but money just helps a lot. You know, it helps you improve. It helps you. You know, it gives you that confidence, extra bit of confidence. But yeah. Uh, Spark 55 says maybe do more swimming or running for that athletic look. Yeah, definitely both are good. Swimming is definitely a very, very, very good exercise to do. I've always sucked at swimming, although it's a really good workout. But I could never get the breathing technique down. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe I just need to practice more. Um, uh, Sergio in the house says, yeah, you can't go wrong with the fundamentals. Absolutely not. Cannot go wrong with it. However says, what types do you have on charisma with game? When talking about literally anything else, I have charisma, but with girls, it's on and off. What types do you have on charisma with game? I'm not sure what you mean, but I mean, you know, you just speak however you want to speak with women. I mean, women will pick up on whether you're being genuine or not. They'll having charisma is like being relaxed, like a genuinely relaxed around women. Like I've always said before, you know, whenever I go on a date, like I've been on so many dates, like literally hundreds and hundreds of dates, and you know that like experience has given me like a genuine like solid confidence where like I go to meet girls with literally zero anxiety, zero nerves, like there's nothing. It's just pure relaxed confidence, and that's like extremely attractive to girls because my confidence, my calmness, genuinely relaxed vibe puts them at ease, you know, because a lot of girls, like especially the hotter girls are, you know, they the more they'll be used to guys being like jittery and like guys being literally genuinely like nervous around them, and when they meet a guy that's just like has zero nerves, it's like it's something new to them. Like they'll know that there's something about you that's different, like, and they also know that you've probably been with a lot of girls because subconsciously anyway, because that's how you basically get to be that confident. That's how you can't really even teach it. It's even hard to teach because it's just something that you build up over experience, like just being around a lot of women and just knowing that you basically knowing that like you can take it or leave it because I've already had like, let's say, bedroom fun with literally hundreds of girls. So it's like it's just experience, and that's charisma. You build up charisma with time. So Javier, you're a young dude. You're absorbing the right information, but the best way to do it, you know, build up that charisma, develop your charisma is like experience. You're consuming the right content. That's excellent. But yeah, once you get that genuine, like like completely uncontrived, like confidence, where you're just like really genuinely confident, that is just like girls get wet with that shit. They will. That makes them, you know, that just puts them, like I said, puts them at a real ease. Yeah, and yeah, it can't be taught. It almost cannot be taught. It's like, you know, hope that helps. Hope that answers your question. Um, Elta in the house. Elta says, true that money doesn't solve all problems, but it makes things a lot easier. 100%. Money's like, yeah, money probably comes number two. Not, but for your life. Like when it comes to getting laid, when it comes to getting women, it's like, it's probably game, muscles, money. I was in those three. Money is the least important, but it's more like it's just for you. Like if you have that money, it will boost. It will take your game to the next level because it's all about confidence, boosting up your confidence as an individual. If you have your finances sorted, if you're not worried about, if you can go into a restaurant and genuinely not care about the bill, that just gives you a leg up. That just puts you at a different. Like if you're going on a date with a girl, first of all, you shouldn't be going on dinner dates with girls, not because you should that it's going to be expensive, but because you don't want to be seen as the beta provider guy, that provides, just is going to provide like a free meal and get used and abused. Like you should be doing the drinks or coffee. That's a solid rule. Like I really only in rare cases will I do first dinner dates, and a few of those like, well, in the past I that's how do you think so this is how I learned. Like I used to do those dinner dates. I thought that's what guys had to do, go on lunch dates, dinner dates, like, but after like so much experience, I realized that it doesn't make any difference whatsoever if you buy them dinner or not. There's no, like, you could buy a girl like a $500 steak meal, like in the fanciest restaurant ever, and she it doesn't make a difference. Like she'll bang, like she's already decided. Most girls have already decided whether you're bangable or not. Some girls will hit you up and be like, okay, well, she'll be thinking inside her head, well, I'm not gonna, go back to his. I'm not gonna do anything with him, but at least he's gonna. He seems like I have free time. I might just use him to get me dinner. So that's why you should do drinks or coffee straight up. It's the best way, without a doubt. But yeah, like I said, if you're at a point where it's like, for your life in general, if you don't have to worry about bills, or like you can go into any restaurant, buy a meal, and it's like you just don't care about the price. That's obviously, you can go into a clothes store and buy any clothes you want, and that just gives you a huge advantage, and it's very attractive. Spark 55 says, just play volume and try to be calm. Yeah, be calm, and like you will become calm after like understanding that, like, girls are not, like, they're not that complicated. All you have to do is just be relaxed and calm and not care and understand. It's like some guys get, like, when they first start having getting into bedroom fun, they first start engaging with women, they can get performance anxiety because they haven't had that experience with women. They haven't, guys finally, their dreams come true. They start, they get into a like an intimate situation with a woman, and they can't perform, and that's like, that is a confidence issue. That's a mental issue, because the guy just like doesn't know what to do, but or can't remain calm. He can't, because he's thinking too much about it. The blood is going to his head. So that is why some guys get performance anxiety. But it's the same thing with on a date. Guys can't really think because they get anxious, and their blood is rushing to their brain and clogging up their thoughts, and they're like, oh, should I say this now or whatever? Oh, like, yeah. And it's the same thing in the bedroom. When guys should be thinking just pure, guys should just be like engaging in the moment, with like not even thinking. Like that's like, you want to enter that like animal mode, like when you're with a woman in the bedroom. Like you want to enter that like space where it's like you're not even thinking about like what should I do here, there. It's because you're just kind of acting on instinct, and that will create, like, if you behave like that, trust me, she's gonna have a good time. She's gonna have a good time because you're putting yourself first, and you're like, and when I say you're putting yourself first, I don't mean it's like you're just I don't mean it's you're not even. It's like when guys put themselves first in erotic situations. Uh, it might sound selfish, but as long as you're doing a good job, she will, like, women love that, you know. And I'm not saying by putting yourself first, I don't mean like, like doing like a jackhammer for like 2 minutes and then like just like dumping a load. I don't mean that. I mean by putting yourself first, I mean you're just like doing what you want to do, and girls will follow along, and like they will just recognize how kind of uninhibited you are by I don't know, inhibitions, and that's very attractive. Because the least attractive thing a girl will can recognize about you in the bedroom is when she understands that you don't have experience, that you're nervous, and that you don't really know what you're at, or when you actually want to, like, girls will also will kind of under, like, if there's something you want to do in the bedroom with a girl but you're almost too shy to do it, or you just don't have the confidence to do it, you'll think, oh, she might think I'm weird if I do that, or this, that, and the other. Like, girls, like, that will come across even if you think you're hiding it. Those inhibitions will, she'll know something's up, she'll know you're holding back something. So I would just say, just don't hold back, and as long as they're having a good time, yeah, continue to do it. Like, and they generally will. There'll be times when chicks will say, they might not like something, and yeah, they don't like it. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't continue to do it. But yeah, 9 out of 10 times when you're doing what you want to do in the bedroom, and you're kind of being genuine and honest to yourself, they will go along with it. A lot of them will. Yeah, it's actually a big, even for me, it's a big turn off for me when I want to do something in the bedroom and the girl doesn't like to do it. So it's not like I won't continue to do it, because it's like a turn off. Like, they, like, I genuinely want girls to have a good time when I'm banging. Like, I just, it's an ego thing. I want them to have a good time, but it's like, I'm still engaging in what I want to do. MLD in the house says, Mac Daddy, my Eskimo brother. Yeah, man. Like, MLD and I we're taking over Tokyo. Tokyo's a city of 30. I think the city limits as like 30 million people. We're already starting to, cross swords, as they say. Uh, but it's a good time. Good, it's bound to happen. We're just like savages roaming the streets in Tokyo. But yeah, it's she was a hottie for sure. MLD says, "LOL. I want them to shut up and let me do my thing." 100%. I 100% agree with that. I just want to. I just don't want to be told like, oh, I don't like that, or that doesn't feel good, or that's just like a turn off. And it's I mean, girls, vice versa, girls will also be turned off if you tell a girl like, oh, that's not good, or that doesn't feel good. She'll be like, she'll get really self-conscious about it, like that she wasn't like, one of the most devastating things for a girl is if a guy doesn't perform with her, like, because she'll think that that's like something on her. To be honest, most of the time it's actually not. Most of the time it's like I said, it's the guy's fault. Like some guys will get performance anxiety, and but girls won't really understand that. Girls won't understand performance anxiety, and they will. But the girls will be. It's like a devastating thing for a girl if a guy can't perform. But it's also devastating for the guy, to be honest. Can't perform. But it's a mental issue for most guys. Yeah. So yeah, let's see. Javier says, If a girl has 6 or 7, I can speak freely, but above that is shaky. Yeah, man, it's all just don't stop pedestalizing. As Richard Cooper always says, stop putting these women on a pedestal. You can't do it. Like treat them all the same. Like there's no like just don't treat them any differently. And just you have to just think that, and it will eventually you will. So at the start, when you're young, you have to almost fake it. Like you have to fake that confidence. um and then over time, as the more hot women you talk to, the more it'll become more and more genuine, more and more genuine. Because, and honestly, you want it, the more genuine the better. So yeah, the sooner you put in those numbers, the better you will be. The sooner you'll have that like solid foundation. You'll have this genuinely unshakable confidence. You have this just like girls will just be so surprised by it. They'll be like immediately you put them at ease, because you seriously don't give a shit. Like you go on a date, and you like I said before, like I'll go on dates sometimes, and I'll be like, I'll see her, she'll be like 50 meters away or something, and then I'll have to double check my phone quickly, because I haven't even memorized her name. Like I just like, that's how nonchalant you got to be about it. You got to be like casual, like relaxed, like just totally chilled out guy, and they'll be surprised by it. There was one time when a girl, strolled up to this girl, like genuinely, like as I always do, and she goes, "Hey, are you okay? You seem a little nervous." And I was like, no, I'm fine. What's up?" Like, and that was a giant red flag, because she turned out to be crazy. She turned out to be a crazy girl, um, because I genuinely was not nervous. Like there was like zero nerves, but just the fact that she said that, I was like, yeah, I banged crazy that night, and it wasn't a good idea. But yeah, I should have listened to my instincts. Sometimes when you meet these girls and they're like you think they're crazy, you should like listen to your instinct. A lot of times your instincts, your gut feeling will tell you the truth. If you have a gut feeling, like bad feeling about the girl, then maybe you should listen to that. um Elta says, you can't show neediness with a modern girl. They smell it and attraction tanks. If you're the sort of guy who's updating his Facebook relationship status after a couple of weeks, you're in trouble. Elta is on the money, on the button. Very, very succinctly put. Let me just share the tweet that made me think of this idea for today's show. Okay, so, and this is some random, yeah, this is a unbelievably, this is a really entertaining Twitter page, women posting their L's online. Well worth the check out. Anyway, this Nina chick, whoever she is, says, this man texted me, thank you for showing me what it feels like to be loved. I can't wait to make you my wife someday. It's yeah, you can all read that. It's fun boy shit like that makes me want to cheat, and sad face. Okay, so just take this is like so like this is really like the honest truth. Um, the man texted her, "Thank you for showing me what it feels like to be loved." Like, if you ever, oh man, and it says, "I can't wait to make you my wife someday." That is the most needy beta like thing that a guy could ever say to a woman. That is like, it needs, you guys need to understand, it needs to be the opposite way around. Women need to be texting you that. Like, never ever under any circumstances ever send a message like that to a woman. Never do it. And if you do, you should get your friend to beat you up. Get your friend to give you a wedgie and like dunk your head in the toilet. Like, you need some good old school like bullying done to you. If you ever message a girl like that, it's like, it's so out of order. And any girl that receives that message, her, yeah, her, let's say, yeah, her nether regions will be drier than the Sahara Desert. They'll get extremely dry. There'll be no, yeah, you're not going to get laid if you start sending messages like this. Like, it's not going to happen. You know, but it almost sounds like, okay, I say a lot of guys, and most every guy in here almost like knows that. Like, but it's just a thing where there's so many guys out there that would do this. Like they're it sounds, you know, we're kind of in an echo chamber in you know, in these communities, but trust me, like this is the majority, this is the average guy. This is the average guy. Like this is the guy. Um Sergio says it's gross. I really hope she cheats. 100%. No, for real though, like it's like guys that send messages like this deserve to get cheated on. They absolutely deserve to get cheated on. Like I don't feel bad for guys that because guys that send these messages, believe you me, they're the type of guys that will white knight for no good reason, white knight for bitches that, you know, that are in the wrong, uh you know, and you know, stab dudes like us in the back, you know, simping for chicks. It's guys like this, like usually they're extremely slimy. Um, yeah, Richy Padaruth in the house. What is up, man? Hope you're well too. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you had a good weekend. Do, 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 do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Richie says, so how do you go about not showing neediness, brother? I mean, what things have worked for you? Well, just a few minutes ago, I was talking about how this type of thing cannot be. It almost cannot be taught. It needs to be built up over time with genuine. Um, you need to build a foundation of like a lot of dates, a lot of experience, a lot of time on the ground, a lot of time on the ground with women, and you know, consuming content like this is great. That's going to help for sure. Like understanding female nature, but like learning from the process, like learning from engaging with women, like getting experience, having, you know, getting sexual experience with women, like building up a notch count. This that will make you unshakable, like really unshakable in terms of dating with women. You will just have this like like just this confidence build up because you know, like you know that you've been with a lot of women, you know that you've conquered like that mountain already, you know that like you've done a lot already. So like for me, even on MLD, like we can be so honest about our dating lives because we've done it. Like we have like we have learned game. Like we understand how to get laid. We understand what it takes. And like we can say, yeah, we've banged like yeah, we've slayed a few dragons in the past. Because and without any like embarrassment or shame, because like we know that we've banged like tons of hotties too. So it's like, you know, it's guys that go like start saying like, oh, I would like I've only banged like hot women, like I've never you know smashed it, and I've never slayed any dragons. It's like those are the guys that are full of shit. Those are the guys that are full of shit because you know they don't have that like foundation where you can say that you've done it all, you know. um and that's just something that will come across like, you know, that like genuine like relaxed you know, vibe when you go on a date with a girl, and they just know that you're like you have a lot. They understand subconsciously that you have a lot of experience, and that will make you really really attractive to them, and therefore less, you know, less needy. Because when a guy goes on a date and he's like nervous, and he's nervous about the encounter, and he's simping, and he's you know, he's you know, letting her, you know, just basically simping on the date. And that will show that first of all, the guy does not have that much experience. He's probably not going to be that good in the bedroom because he's been nervous. Like, what's he going to be like? If you're showing a girl to be nervous, if you're nervous on a date with a girl, what does that tell her about, what you're going to be like in the bedroom? That it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Like, it's like, if you're nervous, like, she's gonna know that you're probably not gonna be that good in bed. You're probably gonna have these inhibitions. You're probably not gonna, like, yeah, you might not even be able to get an erection. Because, trust me, there's so many guys are so lame. Like, the competition is not, like, very strong out there in Western societies. Like, I've girls have told me that they've been on dates with guys. Like, hot girls have told me they've been on dates with guys that couldn't even get it up with them. Like, seriously, some really hot girls have that issue apparently, because like, they intimidate guys. This is crazy. Like, it's true. Like, they intimidate guys, and there's just guys just because they're pedestalizing women, and they get down to it. They get, oh, I'm so lucky, I finally got her home, and then they start thinking, they really, like, they just fall apart, and you know they reveal there's really, I don't know, but usually it won't get to that stage usually, because women will they usually won't let's say they won't let it go that far with guys that, because guys that behave like they're nervous and on the date, like I said, chicks will understand that they're not going to be great in bedroom. So yeah, build up that experience. Elta says, it's amazing what truth bombs you get out of women when they're unguarded and honest. Oh, it's unbelievable. It's amazing. It's 100%. I mean, like, when you're able to let them know that you're non-judgmental. Usually I can do it, like, after banging them, and after buying them, and kind of, I sometimes, like, opening up, let them know about myself, let them know, like, what kind of experience I have, and then they understand that I'm a real dog. And then I'll you can, once you let them know that, when they don't see me as boyfriend material, maybe, and then you're kind of chilling with them, and you're chatting with them after having some crazy sex, and then you can get some real truth bombs out of them. They'll tell you about, stories about what's happened, that they would have never told you if they thought they saw you as, like, boyfriend material. But I just don't care. I'm just a dog, so I'll tell these girls. They'll be like, "How many girls have you slept with?" And I just be like, I'll be like, "More than you, probably more." Yeah. But yeah. Fireman says, you literally have to do you. Find something that gives you a greater feeling than women do. That's very good. Good point. Yeah, find something, just, make yourself as, make yourself your own mental point of origin, as Rollo Tomasi says. Find your purpose. Yeah, find your purpose. Get, but, but say at the same time, you can literally be a bum. Like, you can literally be a bum, have no money, like, have nothing really going on in your life. But if you have game and you're fit and you dress well, you can still get laid. But that's the thing. Like, that's when you learn game and you understand female nature and you know what attracts them. Like, but just to make just for yourself, like, for life. Obviously, yeah, I agree with Fireman. You should find your purpose to make make it, have a solid life, like, have stuff going on, because it's not all about sex. I mean, it's one of the best things in life for sure. Like, it's like, I'm 32 years old, and it's not the desire to yeah, desire to pretend to procreate is not going anywhere It's not going anywhere soon. Yeah, I intend to be living this lifestyle for a long time to come. Javier says, giving a girl security for no reason is the surest way to secure a girl exit strategy. Yeah, that's on point. Once a girl knows that you are not going to leave her, yeah, drier than the Sahara Desert. Gets real dry. She needs to have that anxiety. Oh man, is he going to leave me? Is he a play? Is he a player? Oh, he's too good for me. Girls need to think, like, if you want to keep them on a leash, you want to keep them around, she needs to think that you're too good for her. She needs to think that. Like, there's no other way. Personally, I don't care about keeping girls around. I'm like not a dating coach. I'm a get laid coach. Like, I know how to get laid. I know how to teach guys how to get laid. I literally don't, like, I know what it takes to for guys to keep a girl around, but it's just something that doesn't really interest me. Like, it's pretty basic. Like, if a girl's going to stick around, if she's, it's basically, if she sees you as a guy that's like too good for her, like, she's going to want to stick around, or your sex is fire, or there's multiple ways to go around about it, but yeah, just chat out, basically. Just chat the fuck out. RPA, what up, man? Says Mac, when you were learning game, did you read any books or watch vids on YouTube, or did you just get out there and practice? I basically used to read. Rollo Tomasi's blog, like that's what I first started reading, and so I didn't watch videos on YouTube. But then I slowly, from watching Rollo stuff, I started watching YouTube. But I'd been doing game for a good while before I started watching like RP material on YouTube. So I had a good idea. I think the most important thing is understanding female nature when it comes to game, and when you understand female nature, it makes things like a lot easier. So I was consuming, like, I was reading Rollo Tomasi's blog. His blog posts were really good. Man's a genius, but yeah, he really opened my eyes to reality of the world we live in regarding the opposite sex. And I just started doing game, to be honest. I used to give the analogy. It's like when I used to surf when I lived back in Ireland, and I'd go surfing when I first started surfing, I'd go surfing with my brother, and he was mad into he was like a fan of surfing. He used to surf as well, but he'd also like consume a lot of like movies and surfing magazines and all that stuff. But I didn't really care about that sort of stuff. I would just get my board, like, he'd and go surfing, and we'd both go out surfing, and we'd go out into the waves or whatever it is, like a reef. So, like, if you know anything about surfing, if it's on a reef, usually the waves will like break in similar spots. So it's different to a beach break. But anyway, I would like kind of be naive about it and just like go into where the waves were like crashing, and just like kind of, I would get wrecked. Like, I would get like almost drowned. I literally almost drowned a few times. But my point is, like, I put myself in the danger zone, and I kind of learned from that more than my brother learned from all the years of reading about it and watching all the movies, and like, and he would not put himself in the danger zone, and he would miss out on the learning opportunities for catching the waves. So it's like the same thing with women. It's like you can read all about them and do, but nothing is going to beat the real life experience of engaging with them and understanding what works and what doesn't. It's like a numbers game. You're like, your brain is like being programmed. Every single interaction, you're learning from their body language and all this. And it's like you can read about it and it's good, but if you see it and understand it in real life, and you're willing to learn, you're trying to learn, you will learn. Like just open your eyes. Like all these betas out there, like they should learn, but they're not willing to open their eyes. Like they're not willing to accept like the reality. Like the truth is right in front of them, in plain sight, But all these beta guys, all these blue pill guys, the reason they don't learn is because like the truth is in plain sight, but they don't accept it. They don't accept. We're constantly bombarded by the truth in Western society. It's like it's thrown into our faces like just like shit. But still we have like a plague of beta guys, and it's like destroying Western society. It's absolutely destroying Western society. It's in bits. Western society is absolutely in tatters. It's and that's because there's just an absolute epidemic of simping going on, and it's Western women have become like repulsive, not only physically, but like mentally, like personality wise too, like really repulsive. Their ideologies, they're just repulsive in every way. Let me see. Yeah, so Javier says the non-judgmental thing comes through doing makeup for my client. I've heard some messed up stories, bruh. Yeah, man, I would not doubt it. I would not doubt it. But let me just share. Let me share something. Let me share. Yeah, I'll share some things I liked on Twitter today. There's always something good there. Let me see. Okay, so here's a good one I saw today. Rian Stone said it. Red pills for women. You're hot because you're young, not because you're hot. It's so true. It is so true. I mean, especially for American Western women, they don't. Let's be honest. Like the lifestyle they live, it does. They do not age well. They do not age well. They really don't understand that. Youth is the most attractive thing for men. Here's another one. This is an example of an absolutely like repulsive Western woman.
He says, don't underestimate that. Just a reminder that whiteness can still be the culprit, even if a hate crime is committed by another minority. White supremacy has many mouthpieces. Don't underestimate that.
This is the most. Yeah, this is the reason. This is the reason Western society is gonna fail, because of condescending scumbags like this woman, an absolute scumbag that thinks that honestly, if I was a person of color, I would be so pissed off at this bitch, because it's so condescending. The reason being because it implies that people of color cannot think for themselves, and that they are taking on like white supremacy because they basically can't think for themselves. And it's just it's pretty much is. She is basically a white supremacist, because she's implying that people of color cannot think for themselves and are like adopting white supremacist thoughts. It's just pathetic. Anyway, that is a side note. Yeah, but China's taken over, because China doesn't deal with it. Like China does some terrible shit, but it's like. I saw these two videos today. Oh man, it was crazy. Like, this friend of mine sent it to me. Where is it? Yeah, so, like, I'm not going to watch them now, but basically a friend of mine sent me these, I put up a tweet or something, but this guy, this is like a U.S. Army like recruitment advertisement, and it's all about feelings and all this sort of stuff. And there's the Chinese one. Like the Chinese one is insane. Like it's just different levels. I mean, basically, just the weakness of the Western society is it's going to be the end of it. Um, I saw this one as well. Richard Sterling Cooper said, "Her, he needs to be 6 foot, chisel jaw, six pack abs, earn more than 100,000 a year, no kids, strong and capable of defending my honor. Him, okay. Then you need to be da 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 da. Her, just screams like hysterical screams. I mean, it's so true, so true. Uh, yeah, but I don't know. Uh, what else did I see? Yeah. Um, young male virginity on the rise. Share of men under age 30 who report zero female sex partners since they turned 18. Apparently, this is the Washington Post. Yes, it's not surprising. It's just like hypergamy, out of control. The only antidote, if you're living in a Western society, guys, you got to chat out. You got to chat out. The competition is not that stiff. You just got to be not fat, go to the gym, chat out, understand female nature, get your finances sorted. You're going to be better than like the vast majority of males. Like if you can do 30 push-ups, you're so much better than the most guys. Like if you can do 10 pull-ups, you're better than 90% of the guys. Like there's no way, like I don't know. I'd say like 10% of the guys can do 10 pull-ups. If you can do 10 solid pull-ups, you're probably just like way better than most guys. Matt W in the house. What is up? What is good? Hope you are well. RPA says, what do you think about telling a chick what to wear to a date? For example, ask her if she has any sundresses or tight skirts and then tell her to send you a pic. It really depends on how into you she is. Like it's if she's like really like, if you haven't established the rapport with her, you can shoot yourself in the foot. But like if you're kind of like getting like, if you get like those like sexual vibes, or if you're flirting with her, if you're almost like sexting with her, you can do it in that situation. I wouldn't always do it. Sometimes I do it. It's some girls will be like some girls will have, be too stuck up and too high nosed about things to like accept that. And maybe it's a good thing that if she bails, but you could shoot yourself in the foot. But I've definitely told girls what to wear on a date on occasions, when I think it's appropriate. You got to play it, by the situation. RPA says second, third date when you know she's into you. Yeah, I would. Yeah, by then you should have definitely. By then it should be no problem. And if she is a problem with that, then she's no good anyway. She's no fun. Like if you're going on 2 or 3 dates already with a girl, first of all, you should have banged her already. But like if if you haven't, then telling her you should tell her what to wear. If she's being dressing down, like if you're taking a girl on dates, like and she didn't dress up on the first date and you took her to dinner, that's an L for you. Like that's an L for guys. Like that you should see that as an L. If you go on a dinner date, if you first of all, like I said, you shouldn't be doing dinner dates. But if you do it like for some reason and she doesn't dress up, that's a serious L. Like that's like a real insult, like to a guy. Like you bring her on a dinner date, it's insulting. Like I did that back in like when I was like learning back in my blue pill days. Like, gotten a girl's number when I saw her out looking super hot. She might have been wearing a dress, a little skirt. She might have been wearing high heels. Thought she was hot, so went up and got her number. Went on a date with her, and she's wearing a hoodie and jeans. I remember this one particular girl. This is back it's probably like 6 years ago. But I remember the situation. I remember it. So I was out. I saw this girl. She was wearing this little sundress. It was really short. It was like I was like, I saw her and I was like, there's no way I'm not. I had to get like at least try and get her number. Um, she was just walking on the street, and she was wearing these high heels. She looked so hot, man. And I was like, okay, I'll get her number. Walked up to her, got her number, and she was friendly enough, and I arranged a date, and I showed up. I arranged a dinner date because I was like, blue pilled, and she shows up and she's wearing jeans and a hoodie. I'm not messing, like totally dressed down, like totally casual day, like such a kick in the nuts. Um, I did end up banging her, but it was like after 3 dates, and it was like, nah, it wasn't even that worth it. But it's just an insult. Um, it is an insult. Uh, so yeah, tell them what to wear. I mean, you know, just be aware that some of them will, be too snobby and too high-minded to agree to do it. But in that case, the juice won't be worth the squeeze. So you might save yourself a lot of time. Um, Elta says, interesting how male virginity has really increased since 2008. Western economies have tanked with all the money printing, 100%. Matt W says, just be based and unafraid of the consequences with women. They can't physically hurt you. Men are more afraid of saying the wrong thing to girls than other men nowadays, which is totally backwards. LOL. 100%. Very true. You just got to indulge in your fantasies, basically. Like, I mean, it goes back to being that, like, kind of having that genuine, uncontrived, non-contrived attitude. Like, you want a girl to wear something, you ask her to wear it. Like, that attracts you. So, like, kind of indulge. Like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to do it. You know. RPS says, like Rolo said, the longer you have to wait, the less worth it is. Yeah, 100%, 100%. But let me see, it's anything else. But yeah, today was a good day for me. Here's another one. Should I abort my pregnancy and tell my husband I miscarried? That's how repulsive Western society has become. Like, that's what womanism has produced. Like, these absolutely filthy. Yeah, just don't get married, guys. It's not worth it. It's statistically it's just not a good idea. But yeah. So anyway, about today. Yeah, so I went, as I said, let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. All right, so here's my Instagram. But yeah, so I was
3. Nice squats.
Okay.
All right, guys. So no, the reason I shared that is no, it's just I was out, and that's why I like that's how I like working out in the park. But yeah, we were just chilling, doing a workout, and this she wasn't super. She was like kind of milfish. She was this Russian chick, but we were working out. We were doing like pull-ups, doing sets of pull-ups, and she rolls up, and she's wearing these like really tight yoga pants, and she starts stretching right in front of us, like really like I knew from her stretches that she did she must have done pole dancing, because she was like kind of doing those like pole dancing moves. And I'd say she was around 30 or something, but like she was super keen. Like, foreign women in Tokyo, they get they get mad, like, thirsty, because I don't know, they just can't. There's not a lot of foreign guys here, so they might want to get a proper dick in, and there's not a lot of us here. Or Japanese guys wouldn't be into them. But like this woman was probably around 30. Like when she was 21, she would have been like, I could tell she would have been a super hottie. But I'll be honest, I would still bang her. But yeah, no, it was just funny. It was just we were playing, but it's just playing, just doing game. Like I was out with my Brazilian friend, and we were, whenever we're out, we're just playing. Like we see a hot girl, we just go. Like we don't wait, we don't even think about it. We just see a hot girl, we just like, if it's just in the moment. If it's in the moment, we just go. We don't think about it. But yeah, we just started talking to her and it got like really flirtatious. But that was the first one. We started playing. We started doing squats with her. It was fun. But then we finished up, and we're going to get a coffee, and I saw this girl. We're walking by, and we saw this girl on kind of a terrace, and she smiles. And when a Japanese girl smiles at you, that's like a huge indication that she's really into you. Really, really into you. And yeah, like I just immediately stopped and like got her number, and she just texted me right now. And but that was number two, just out and about. This is a normal day out in Tokyo, out and about. Yeah, that's number two. Then we went to the cafe, and we're drinking our coffees after our workout, as we do. While everyone else is slaving away in the office, we're chilling, doing workouts. Flirting with women up squatting with us. Grabbing their booties. This is a Monday in Tokyo. We're just living this boss life. But yeah, so we see this like really. She looked like a model, but this girl was like, she was eating her pie or whatever. She was on the left hand side of me, and she was I knew she was looking at us, not because she was looking at us, because she was eating her pie and she was smiling, like looked like she was embarrassed. And it's like, and she wasn't looking at her phone. And trust me, when you see a girl do that and she's smiling to herself and looking down, and she doesn't have any phone that she's laughing at, or you know that she's actually was looking at you. Or so she gets up to leave, and she walks right in front of us, because we know that, I knew then she definitely wanted us to talk to her. So I just said, hey, what's up? And like, it was funny because she didn't actually, it's usually, you have an interaction for like few minutes, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and maybe, and the girl will usually make an excuse to leave. But this girl just didn't actually, she just stayed, man. Another foreign girl. And it just shows you how thirsty some of these foreign girls are. But I don't know, it's just a few examples of today. It's like three numbers today without even trying. Like literally not even intending. That's why I always tell guys, don't, like, when you do game, just have it as part of your life. Like don't go out like, I'm gonna do game today. No, game is your life. You do game in your life. Like when you're doing shit, when you're exercising, you just do game. Like it's part of you. Like that's who you are. You're a player. Like you like women, you like to fuck. That's what you do. And you don't go out of your way to do a game, because it just works so much better. 3 numbers without even trying. But yeah, I don't know. I'll finish up now. But on this note, I'll finish up on the final note. Let me get it. Yeah. So I just came across this Instagram profile today, and this is actually a Thai chick. But just to show you how, how bad, I just reminded me of like how badly Western women age, partly from a genetic standpoint, but also partly from it's mostly, I would say, maybe it's 50-50, I don't know, genetically and the lifestyle they live. Western women are living like men and not behaving like women, and it's like destroying their bodies. but it's also genetic. But this woman, like, Playmate Playboy Thailand, 17th of May 1983. So she is like 5 years older than me. That's insane. But look at her, and she look like she's still super hot. Like, she obviously would have been like like way hotter when she was like 21. But it just shows you there's something wrong in Western society. Like, what? So I'm 32. She's like 37. This woman is 37 years old. Like, you know what I mean? There's no way any Western woman's going to look that good when she's 37. There's just not a chance. But I don't know. These women, they still behave like women. There is hope, guys. There is hope. Yeah, there is hope. People used to tell me, oh, when you leave Ireland, you're gonna, you'll miss it. You'll want to come back. And it's like, literally the opposite has happened. The opposite has happened. Like, it's like, no, actually, I don't want to come back. I do not. I want to come back and visit, sure, but God, I do not want to live in Ireland. This woman is 37 years old, and it's the same thing in Japan. You see, like, older women like that are still super hot, and I'm not saying, they definitely were hotter when they're younger, but it's just a thing. It's a lifestyle thing. They still behave like women. They're still women. It hasn't aged them. They're not miserable. Like, the hatred has eaten away at Western women. It eats them up. It turns them into, there's sour milk, basically. But yeah, 30. This is apparently 37 years old. Same thing in Japan, though. See super hot women that are there's 37-year-old Japanese women that are hotter than 24-year-old Western women. Like, madness, really. But it's a good time. There is hope, guys. If get your money right, and as soon as you can, try and get out and travel the world, and if you can't, if it's a thing where you're not going to be able to live in another country, you got to just chat the fuck out. If I was in America, chat out, get my money right, get a load of guns. It's just like, if you're gonna have to be there, you're gonna, like, at least in America you can have guns. Like, in Ireland, you can't even have guns. You're just getting cocked by the government. But yeah, it is what it is. But if it's a thing where you can travel, where you would like to travel, then do get out of the Western world. Get to Russia, get to anywhere, Eastern Europe. Get to, like, a good rule of thumb is like a non-English speaking country, but it's not always. Still, like France, Germany, they still suck. So, yeah, try as a rule of thumb, non-English speaking country, but mainly if it's it shouldn't be. It shouldn't also be. There can also be bad non-English speaking countries, like I said, France, Germany. So just get out of the Western world for a while if you can. If you can't, I'm sorry to hear that, but it is what it is. Chat out, get your money right, all that stuff, and just be a baller. Just ball out. Javier says women age faster due to the collagen breakdown, natural. So add them living it up like men and drink, and you get 49ers. Fours who think they're nines. 100%. Very well put. It is true. Fours who think they're nines, and totally distorted, blown out ego, insane because of all the dating apps. Just like complete confusion and disorientation going on amongst Western women. They literally. They have no idea of what reality is, and it's they're going to lose out real bad, really badly. It's a long life they're going to have to live, long, lonely life. Not good. Not the way women were supposed to be built. They were not supposed to be. It's in the past it was like a tragedy if a woman didn't have a child. It was a tragedy. It's a genetic thing, some disease where they weren't able to. They were infertile. It was like a tragedy. It's sad. Like, it was a sad thing, and it was an exception too. But now, completely you know, it's the world. It's just gone. It's so unnatural. Basically, it's going to be millions and millions of women that are just like childless and angry and bitter, and they're gonna deep down they're gonna know they've been sold a lie, but yeah, they're never gonna commit it, and they're just gonna go crazier and crazier, and it's just gonna be a bad society to live in. Wouldn't want to be there. Sergio says some of the 20-year-old Western women are shot, whole body, face wrecked. I mean, sometimes 28's being generous. Like it's generous. Like I mean, like in America, I mean, they're like a lot of 28-year-old women would be really wrecked, like really bad. Like some of them are 24 and they're out. Like they're out. It's over. It's over. That's it. That's a wrap. Like it's like they're 24 and it's like boom, like just like it's done. Like throwing the towel, like just throwing the towel like a ref, like just like it's saying too much, like just throw in the towel. Matt W says lighter skinned white women age quicker, but agreed, most Western women of all ages look aged by 37. It's their high stress career lifestyles and diets. I mean, by 37, it's a wrap, like for sure. Like I mean, there are some MILFs. Certainly, there's going to be MILFs, but yeah, exceptions to the rule. But like, I mean, you know, MILFs can be fun but you know, it's just one night kind of thing. Javier says, bro, autocorrect. Yeah, autocorrect is really annoying. I was just saying that today. Autocorrect on the old phone. It's so annoying. But it is what it is. Don't worry about it. Matt W says, I look young for my age, but my dad aged slower than me. He looked my age when he was 50. I can tell already I won't look quite as young as him by age 50. Black don't crack. He's darker. I'm fair. Good stuff. Well, good for him. But you know, it is what it is. As long as you're looking after your health, remaining healthy, that's all you can do. RPA says, Mac, from your experience, would you say that you got more women attracted to you as you got older? Well, I think I've gotten better looking as I get older. I'm not like objectively, I have like, you know, I just you know, the facial hair, you know, I didn't, you know, and when I've learned game. It's yeah, I've definitely got more attention from women as I get older, like 100%. I mean, God, yeah. I mean, 30s is going to be a good time for me. Hopefully, they will be as long as I keep going on this track. But yeah, guys age like wine, women age like milk, guys age like wine. I feel fantastic today, guys. I mean, you know, look after yourself, get to the gym, good diet, you know, nice fashion. You kill it as you get older. You kill it. My mate's like, he's 41 years old. He's ripped like a beast, man. He's unbelievable. Like he's a savage. Let me check it out. Maybe I have a video of him. Yeah, let me show you. I'll share it. I'll just show you my mate. The absolute beast. All right, where is he at? Okay, should be here. And I got a clip full of shooters. And I'm in your dream, Freddy Krueger. Fucking with my niggas, bet they do, yeah. Cooling in the cut. Let me see if I can. 30 clear, hanging up. Man, 41 years old. 41 years old. And I got a clip full of shooters. And I'm in your dream, Freddy Krueger. Fucking with my niggas, bet they do, yeah. Cooling in the cut. 30 clear, hanging off the Ruger. And I got a clip full of shooters. Yeah, man. I mean, seriously, guys, like, you're talking about age, like, that man is 41 years old. He's killing it, man. He just sets a 12. He does like 5 sets of 12 pull-ups, front and back. Does like 20 push-up, 5 sets of 20 push-ups, like killing it. Yeah, complete animals. So guys, like if you look after yourself, it's a long road. Like you're gonna be sexually active for a long time. So look after yourselves. But yeah, guys, yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight. But yeah, been good one. Been good. I'll be back tomorrow night for another episode of Player Life. So tune in. As usual, like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, comment after I finish. Comment on the videos after I finish live streaming. Ask me questions, send me an email. Sign up to my premium content, support the channel. It's appreciated. But yeah, guys, peace out. Have a good day. Bye-bye.